All right, guys, here we go. It is engine teardown day. You may remember a couple weeks ago, this 02 YZ250 came to me in boxes and bins. Thank you, Robert. Looking forward to transforming this for you. So today we're going to rip into this engine. This thing came in bins. I have no idea what we're going to find inside. Hopefully we find something interesting, but not too interesting because, Robert, I don't want to hurt your wallet. So we got some spots here to put the dirty, decrepit things. Of course, this thing is a dirty, filthy, ugly mess. We're going to fix it. A couple special tools. If you guys have any questions today, just let me know. There'll probably be some links in the description below. I don't intend to get too information laden. We're just going to rip this thing apart, see what's going on. Last time we took a look at this 02 YZ250, we were also in the old garage shop at the house. This is the real lair, and that's Tony. Hey, butthead. Tony and I run MX Skill Shack. If you guys have been wondering how we do the mXrevival, EMF, MX Skill Shack thing, we basically do a split week. 1 week on Skill Shack, 1 week on our previous engagements. Robert, there's your bike, dude. You haven't seen it yet. For everybody else who saw it in bins, we got a 2016 YZ250 triple clamp set in order to get some triple S suspension on this bad boy, modernize it. Basically the most modern fork on that. We'll also have a triple S shock in the back. You guys can get a triple S rear shock off of any two-stroke YZ250 and it will drop right in on the 2002 and up chassis. Triple S came out in 06, so you can do the math there. Also, if you use a four-stroke shock, you can use 06 to 09. 10 was when they changed it to the backwards engine deal. So those will all just drop right in. There's nothing special. In this case, you just need the 02 stem pressed into the 16 or whatever clamp. One other caveat is that two-stroke suspension and four-stroke suspension are a little bit different in that on the top clamp, the two-stroke tubes, if you're going triple S, are 2 diameter larger than the four-stroke. So if you're using four-stroke front-end swap, make sure you use four-stroke triple clamp swap and two-stroke for two-stroke. I think you guys get it. Everything else will just bolt right on. For the YZ, all the wheels are the same, which, speaking of, you guys can see we're going retro. Pretty badass. You may remember the Tusk set. My friends at W via our account, so if you need help with this, I'd be happy to help. Built brand new wheels around those Tusk hubs. We're trying to keep it budget friendly, which is the reason for all this. Also, we've got his swing arm back. That is called Porsche Silver. Got all the brakes back. Got a black hanger, some black linkage, vapor blasted knuckle in the middle, some provided bearings, etc. And then over here we have, don't mind the mess, some more of the braking systems here. Cerakote concrete. We have horrible lighting over here right now, so don't judge me. This is a cheap and dirty video, just like Uncle Tony's sex life. Some other cool upgrades for this 02 YZ250 build. We have the Revolution YZ Revolution kit from 02 to 21. You guys can check that out on the website. I'll leave some links below, but basically completely different body style, comes with its own tank. The radiator shrouds actually go on and over the tank, kind of more European style rather than the 02 through 21 YZ tank where your radiator shrouds bolt on right here. So when you change your plastic color, you're always kind of stuck with a blue tank, unfortunately. When you get this kit, now you can just swap the plastics to one of the 8 colors and you're good. You don't need to worry about blue tank stuff. Comes with different airbox sides, different rear number plates. And it's actually very cool. You will see it done soon. Leaned on Jason for some bar pads. Got some really sharp pro pegs. Trying to spend the money in places where it matters and use it best I can. We are on a limited budget here. Bike didn't come with a carburetor, so went ahead and grabbed the 38mm Electron Pro Series. This is the new one with the torque jet circuit. And they also have a TPS option now, guys. So if you were worried about or didn't like the fact that you used to have to tie up your wiring harness from the stock setup, now you can actually connect right into that TPS with those carbs. Those will be down in the description below as well. Last thing I think I can see here, my buddy Josh, 3DP Moto. Got the modern brake line guides. A little personalization there for Rob. Some Phoenix grips, the gold safety wire they come with, some of the controls that came with Robert's bike and bins. Oh yeah, these are the Ride Engineering bar mounts as well. They are made, these specific ones are made for stock triple clamps. So if you don't want to buy a full clamp set, you can get those. They actually have a little rubber O-ring in the bottom too for some damping, which is nice, and you can go to an oversized bar if your bike didn't come with it. That's it in a nutshell for cool stuff. That's where we're at so far. Got some more parts that are brand new from Rob that I need to sift through, but today we're going to tear this down. So much like episode 1 or video 1, since it's not a series, we need to make a parts list for this thing as we go through it and see how just how bad it is or isn't. So it's time to set the camera down and pop this ugly bastard open. What will we find? So there it is. Boy, is it ugly. Don't know if it runs, don't know what's going on inside, have no idea. It just came exactly the way you guys see it. Also, you're probably going to ask me where I got this super handy dandy engine stand, because everybody does. I'll leave a link for you. Thing's badass. Just know that there's a 10-week plus lead time because they are hand built. And let's go ahead and tear into this bad boy. I'm going to start by getting the cylinder off. Try to keep this thing pointed at you guys best I can. And as I'm not left-handed, it should be interesting. Oh, not too bad. Does have good compression, so that's nice. Just arm out of the way here. Let's see how we're looking in here. Yeah, typical. Oh yes, the sweet aroma of two-stroke. Get a shot of what's under the top here. Doesn't look too bad. Don't see any big old chunks or scores inside that cylinder. Just some superficial stuff. Get that sent out. I don't see any nicks in that exhaust valve yet. It's looking pretty good as well. Get the cylinder popped off here. The old double wrench trick for leverage. Like so. Just be careful, it'll slip. You might hurt your wrist. Alrighty, let's check it out. Oh yeah, probably not even that old. Let's take a look under the motherfucking hood. All you gotta do is press this button. Special tool time. Get your clutch holder. Then you got this guy here, little pooler, special for most common two-strokes, I would say. It's a lefty. Threads in opposite of what you would default to without thinking about it. She is. Got the old dangler in there. Clutch cable. So someone's been here before getting this stator plate out. The screw is pretty boogered up. And usually that's because somebody didn't use a number 3, which is a little more blunted on the end there, versus say a 2, which is kind of more standard. So make sure you use the right size. Oh, nice. Out you go. There she is. Well, that's gross. Put that clutch holder tool back. Okay, you gotta be nice to me. Oh yeah. Thank you. I think it's freaking gross. Well lubricated though. Bad seal. Pretty much always forget to drain the oil before I start. This was pretty freaking hard to get out, actually. Glad it didn't strip. Oil looks okay. Oh yeah, there's some kind of like RTV action on that bad boy. Come on, ugly. Let's see. Oh, nothing burned? Yeah. Nice. No discoloration, no purple plates. It looks pretty good in there. Someone heck got a little excited in there. Last time they did a clutch job maybe. Kind of boogered up there on the inner hub. Come here, you. Okay, when the cylinder first came off, I noticed it's very, very wet in there. Just figured maybe pre-mixed, but seems kind of excessive. Just figured out why. I'll show you guys back here what's going on with this main seal. As soon as all the rest of this crap comes out, you're gonna get a kick out of it. So these old roller bearing style pizza cutters like to explode and go through the transmission. They actually have updated these to the solid type roller, so that doesn't happen anymore. Hey Tony, come check this out. Wonder why this thing was sucking down so much oil.
Oh, that's custom. Good grief, man.
Yeah, she was sucking it down, eh? I bet this thing had a nice
straight
white, furious mist of oil behind it in its day. Check that thing out. All right, we're in. Just use the old case splitter tool, gain access to the cases there. And look at how freaking wet this thing is. That is all transmission oil getting through that wet side seal. Pretty gross. A little bit of rust on there too, maybe from condensation, I'm not really sure. But we're in. We'll go ahead and get the rest of this out. All right, sometimes you gotta push them, sometimes they, oh, pull right out. This one's probably getting hung up on that sideways seal. There she is. Yeah, that thing is just flooded with oil. There it is. Oh yeah, man. Nice. Found your problem. Oh yeah, thing's absolutely chewed off. Right there, you got your spring on the loose. Tons of rubber in there. Bearing actually feels pretty crunchy as well. There's a nice little, probably can't see that, piece of rubber. There's another one. Oh yeah, I got a little hang up right there. That's it. She's gutted. We've got everything on the bench. Transmission, crank, cylinder, electrical, blah, blah, blah. You name it, it's out. Check this out, Uncle T.
Oh, what you got? Custom stuff?
Dude was working on a Tampax sponsorship. It's definitely a heavy flow day.
Oh.
Look at that O-ring.
That's despicable.
So this thing had no coolant in it, and it had a bunch of oil in places it didn't belong as well. So next steps from here, guys, we need to get all the bearings out, get everything degreased, cleaned back up. I'm probably going to go ahead and have the bottom end by itself coated. We'll get the cylinder sent out to Power Seal USA. We'll get new reeds or a new reed cage if we need it. Be able to have the crank rebuilt, split all the gears on the transmission, look for damage, new circlips, all that sort of thing. Look into some alternatives for covers. That thing's pretty hammered and gross. Probably do some coatings on the primary cover as well. New clutch, all that sort of thing. Check this out. Make sure the basket isn't notched. We do already have Bolt motorcycle engine hardware kit and a few other things for the engine, such as a carb clamp, magnetic drain bolt, and spark plug. So those will not be on my parts list. So basically it is time to clean, inspect, make a parts list, and carry on with reassembly once everything gets back. So going to transform, as you know. You guys saw the chassis. Looking forward to it. And thanks, Rob. I'm stoked on this. So all in all, this thing came apart really easily. It didn't have any hang-ups. The cases split real easy. Crank came out easy. Only a couple of little stupid things inside, like the missing coolant O-ring between the case halves, that clutch side wet seal cocked sideways. So a few things out of order that could actually be big problems when you're riding, but piston looked relatively new. Cylinder isn't too scored. As I go deeper into breaking this stuff down, we'll be able to look at the exhaust valve and see if it's got any chunks taken out of it from a previous failure. Down below, there isn't a bunch of dents and shrapnel marks from, say, like losing a piston or something coming apart inside the bottom end, so that's pretty good. On one hand, of course, I want there to be something crazy when I open it up for you guys, but on the other hand, I'm really glad that we are keeping things budget friendly on this build. Some of you guys remember from the first video, we have a $10,000 to $15,000 budget, and I told Rod that I was no way in hell going to be able to hit 10, so I'll be reaching out pretty soon, bud. Anyways, if you guys have bikes you need built, we are happy to do that for you, should your budget allow for it. So it's no secret that we enjoy building custom motorcycles for you guys. As you can see, Tony's hard at work down here. He's just slaving away. So guys, if you need a bike built, of course, happy to handle that for you. As you can see, we love doing it. If you guys want to win the bikes we build, and before we talk about that, this is a customer's RC4 replica. Thank you, Dan. And so this one's headed somewhere similar. you guys can check out our other company, MX Skill Shack. This is a 1997 YZ125 build and giveaway. Came out of the bottom of the ocean, and now it looks like that. Check that out on mxskillshack.com. This is an mXrevival build and giveaway here. 06 RM250. Coming along nicely. So we like to make dreams come true for you guys, and gives us a reason for being. All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed the progress on Robert's O2 YZ250 so far. If you want to win a badass bike build, I will leave links below for both MX Skill Shack and mXrevival. The bike builds and giveaways are just a revolving door. We just keep them churning. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the comments below. You can, of course, drop your favorite dirt bike building tips and tricks if you'd like. Always better to enrich our little Moto community we have here. Any questions about the video, tools, whatever? I know this one was kind of a just show you how an engine comes apart, not too hyper detailed. Be happy to help. So drop a comment below. mxrevival.com, mxskillshack.com. Guys, shred safe. We'll see you in the next one. Next one being probably this particular bike being completely done. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.